From what I hear, they call you Arnold 2.0. Is that true?
That's the tag that got that was get thrown around a lot at the start. Yes.
Why do they call you that? And also, do you like it? Do you not like it? How do you react to it?
Honestly, it doesn't really bother me, but because I know a lot of the like kids and they like saying this. You know, they like calling me Arnold 2.0. But basically, it started when a friend of mine made a video, just a YouTube video. Before I was anything, I was just a little drop in the ocean. No one had heard my name. No one knew of me. I just was Cal that goes to the gym. You know, nothing special. I've been training for a long time, and he decided he just really wanted to catch up and just get some footage of me training, and then he was going to use it for something. But then when he met me, he was very interested in. We did the film, and he had a lot of these really cool ideas, and he wanted to. I think he just liked me, and he liked my style and my approach to bodybuilding was, and how I act and all that sort of stuff. So he decided to make a video, and it went viral, and it went very viral, and it got lots of, and it basically just sort of showcased me in 6 minutes of who I am, and people love it till this day. Still, they look at for pre-workout motivation and stuff, and they look. I had longer hair, and I look in some of these pictures. He looks very similar to Arnold. I even said this in the video. As much as I look up to these guys, Arnold, and I think every young boy or girl, you know, anyone who's starting the gym always got some inspiration from Arnold. Like, you know, millions, I'm sure. And but as much as I like get that inspiration, ultimately I always want to be myself. You know, it can be cool being called Arnold, but I don't want to be remembered or known as that forever. You know, it's like, yeah, they can. It's a bit of a lot, but I'm still Calum Von Moger. My job is to be Calum, and his job is to be Arnold. I can't be anyone else. He can't be anyone, you know.
So I've been following you, and you have a girlfriend.
Yes.
And you know, you're definitely a power couple in the industry. It seems like.
Yeah, we do good. We're a good team. We're a great team. Yeah.
Were you always okay with kind of showing that you guys are together? Because obviously, you know, you're an up and coming guy, and a lot of girls probably want to be around you. And a lot of times when people have a girlfriend, they kind of, you know, they put her to the side, and then they promote themselves as being, you know, a single guy. You know, did you always have a problem with that, or were you always open to it?
When I got recognized, I kind of made an appearance in the fitness industry, and I had some people said, you know, you shouldn't have a girlfriend, or you shouldn't tell people it can restrict you, can limit you, and all this sort of stuff. And I'm young and impressionable. I kind of, you know, I kind of listen, but then I think, oh, they're going to ruin my relationship and all this sort of stuff. You have to kind of, I believe, fuck what if people say that you're going to reduce your opportunities or limit that stuff, then those opportunities aren't for you. Then you should be single. You know, there's so many other things out there, and I always thought, you know, there's limited. You know, I thought I have to. But no, it's not the case.
How would you describe your position in the world of fitness?
I chose bodybuilding because I love it. I get passion. I do it, and I happen to be. I've done enough competitions, and my goal always was to win the universe titles. First, the junior came out, and I won that, and then I won the opens and gained my pro card, and then the last goal of competing was to get my pro Mr. Universe, because they just introduced that division, and it's the best of the best in all the weight categories, and I wanted to take the top title there.
What would it take for you to join FBB and start competing pro? Because I know obviously you can do it. You have great genetics and you have great physique, and I'm sure if you dedicate, you can do it. Would it be anything that would make you actually join the FBB and try to compete?
I did have a meeting with Jim Mannion about 2 weeks ago, on Valentine's Day, actually. A romantic meeting with Jim Mannion at the firehouse. I believe it was Valentine's Day, yeah. Anyway, I happened to see him, and we had a meeting, and based off of that, I was curious to know a little bit about the new division, the classic physique division, and what's in store, and all this sort of thing. But I never, as far as I started bodybuilding, I never had an interest to compete with the IFBB. And the reason is, I mean, there's a few reasons, but basically I started with this federation, the NABA and the WFF. That was the first federations that I competed with. The president, he saw me, and the story is, basically I met him at his gym. I was a junior, and he said, oh, you know, you see the potential, take your shirt, let's have a look. I was only 19 at the time. He said, if you win my local show here, if you win the international show, then I fly to Austria to compete in the universe show. And for me, you know, I could never afford a plane ticket. I could hardly afford to own a car. So this is a huge opportunity for me to travel and compete. And it was so he created this opportunity for me to travel, and he looked after me. And ever since, you know, he always invited me to compete, and always he flew me, I think, 2 or 3 times to compete, and that sort of support it goes a long way for me. And I always just had my best interest to support that federation because of its support for me.
What I really find great about you is the fact that you seem to be promoting a very healthy lifestyle, meaning that, you know, there's a lot of people out there, they do what you do, but they talk about steroids. They send the wrong message sometimes to the young generation, to the kids. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And this is my view on the steroids. Basically, I never claim natural. I never denied that. Because I just don't ever talk about it publicly, right? It's because it's something that I don't want to promote. Because when I was young, when I started, I trained natural. I was natural. I didn't take anything all the way up. I won the Junior Mr. Universe, and I didn't take anything. And it wasn't until after this first show, this first international show, that you know, and I had some older mentors who were competing, and they much older, the 40, you know, 20 years older than me. And they said, you know, Cal, did you like compete? How do you find it? You know, do you want to compete again? I said, yeah, of course, I loved it. And they said, well, you know, if you're going to do that, you're not going to be a junior anymore, and you're going to be in the open division, and you're going to get smoked every time. They just gave me a heads up of the reality. They said it's not an even playing field. They said, because you don't take anything, you know, you're in an untested competition, and you know, it's going to be if you want to consider doing well, then you're going to have to consider taking you know, steroids. So let me quickly find this this email that I sent, and I'm going to, and because a kid asked me all these questions, and I never really engage in this sort of stuff. I just don't want to you know, promote it. He said, may I ask, what did you take? Because I would like to take it too. I just don't know what to run. I don't know anything about this boy. He asked me a few questions and stuff. I thought, I don't want him to do something stupid. So I thought, I'm just going to give this. And I said, normally I wouldn't tell anyone what I do or use, because I don't want to promote the use of drugs or influence anyone to consider them, unlike your Rich Piano and your Boston Lloyd. All right? It's purely 100% an individual choice, and the only reason I take them is for competition prep and to give me the help I need to be the same playing field as other competitors. So it's for a long time I trained and competed naturally. But since you ask, I'm going to help and share this much with you. Most importantly, if you decide to use drugs, I would want you to get advice from smart people like I have, not your abusers and substance abusers and people that don't actually care for your health, etc. You know, seek professional advice. And I said a little bit of what I took, and then I said, if you're gonna start or consider taking drugs, first think of what purpose are you doing this. If it's purely to get big or look better, then I said don't do that. But if it is to become a competitive bodybuilder and compete, you know, and you really, then I say that's a valid reason. Either way, the choice is yours, and I would say at least have 5 years gym experience, if not more, before considering taking anything. Just lift weights, enjoy what gains you can make naturally, and see where your natural potential can take you first. So that's my feel on the gear. I'm not sure what you're going to use this information, but I have some intentions of my own that are kind of coming up just recent, because I want to make kind of be the first person maybe to make a natural transformation. You know, so I obviously people can look at me and say, oh yeah, steroid, whatever. But I want to, basically, because I'm not thinking of competing this year, and I might not compete next year or something like this. So I really want to come off and just see what I can do, and naturally, I'm 250 pounds now, personally, I believe that I feel and look great at 235 pounds, and I believe I can be this way naturally.
I really appreciate your honesty, man. It takes, you know, definitely, because a lot of people, they either deceive or they say something else. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it makes me mad that there's so many athletes, so many of these, like, I can name drop it. You know, I'm sure you've seen and heard it all anyway. But you know, and they claim natural and they do all this stuff, and they promote the supplements so heavily, and they say that that's all it is, and it just makes me mad because it's not true. You know, I just see so much bullshit in the industry, and it just and I just don't want to be. I have nothing to do with the bullshit side of stuff, and that's why that's probably the way I am, and I want people I want to be able to educate people and help them do the right thing, and just bring awareness and both sides. Say, look, it's not bad. Yeah, of course, I think it's illegal everywhere, but and that's what gives it a bad. It can give bodybuilding a kind of a bad name, whatever, in some stances. But yeah, I just want to bring some light on the subject, and I don't know.
Tune into Generation Iron Podcast with Kai Green every Wednesday.
We're in there and we see these hot babes, and we're trying to kick it to them. And I notice this crew of guys come over. Now this is 1994, and a lot of the guys had on tank tops with skull caps. They were like beanies, skull caps, wool caps.